Hi, ladies and gentlemen of Coro Class 2013-2014. What I'm here to tell you about are two things. One, our overall framework, and two, the next steps to continue our research using that framework. So first, let's talk about our overall framework. Our overall framework is as follows. We're going to be taking a look at the impacts of political factors, economic factors, and social factors on USC's built environment and programs. And these impacts on USC's built environment and programs generate intended outcomes and unintended outcomes for the city of Los Angeles.
Which is the greatest city in the world.
Go on and title.
To our second point of this video, we want to discuss how do we continue with our next steps for our research portion of this project. The crux of the continuation of our research lies in generating examples for USC's built environment and generating examples for USC's programs that we can analyze for the impacts of these three factors on these examples. And if you feel ready to then look at what are the intended and unintended outcomes of these factors on these parts of USC for the city of Los Angeles. We're going to send out an email with more information on the how, and that will be in the form of a template so that we can standardize the way that we do our research moving forward. If you have any questions, direct them towards Joey, Scott,
Or Brian. But let's just take a second. I want to walk through one example just so that it's a little bit more clear. Looking at the built environment, the USC hospital with the county of LA that they run in Boyle Heights, let's take that as our example. If this was let's say Brian and I were looking at the hospital, we would want to find out political factors, economic factors, and social factors of the hospital, which goes both ways. So for economic factors, how much money did it take to build the hospital? And conversely, how much money, if any, is the hospital generating for the community? For political factors, are the politicians in the area paying attention to the hospital? What are they doing for the hospital? Are they doing anything for the hospital? The goal is, once we answer all of these questions, to determine what are the intended outcomes of the hospital, how many people are they serving, is it the only hospital in X amount of miles in the area, and then what are the unintended outcomes? So things that USC or the county didn't necessarily have in mind, but have resulted from the existence of the hospital in that community. And collectively, all of that information is supposed to let us know what is that piece of USC's impact on LA, on the community, on the city, etc. And the point of all of this, and Brian said more information is coming, is for us to get a lot of information about USC, and from there to find that one little nugget that's going to become up here our value proposition, our thesis, whatever you want to call it, which will lead to our deliverable later on, and eventually bleed into a focus week of the greatest city on earth. And with that, anything to add?
I think we're looking for feedback, and we're looking for ultimately a way to frame the work that we're going to do together, because together we can really generate some strong examples, and those examples will be the crux of what we advance as the rest of our project. So I'm excited to see what clarifying questions there might be, and ultimately how we can work best together to move the ball forward.
Yeah. Go Bruins!
During the filming of this video, the Giants defeated the Dodgers 2-1.